Welcome to another episode of Video Editing Systems. If you're new here, my name is Devin. I'm a remote video editor living in Argentina. And on this podcast, we talk about any kind of systems that make us better videographers or editors. On this episode of this podcast, we have David and Cailey Loring. They're a father and daughter team that make a video production company. And David has been filming for the better part of the past 50 years. And so I was really excited to talk to him, pick his brain a little bit. He had a lot of stories to tell about just how things worked in the past before before we were editing on computers and back to editing on film, and how they're keeping some of that tangible awesomeness alive today when everything is digital. So enjoy this conversation with David and Cailey Loring. Hey, Devin from the future here. I recorded the intro right after we finished with the whole podcast, and they sent me the video that they filmed afterwards. And now Ese, who's not gonna show in the video, he's right here. He's editing the podcast. I'm making climbing holds outside, but they threw epic B-roll from like back in the day. So don't listen to it on Spotify. Maybe we'll put the video on Spotify, but watch it on YouTube because I'm blown away that they added B-roll to the podcast. Yeah, I was just in PA in Pennsylvania. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I was just there for July 4th. I came back, I think, on the 5th, and it was nice. It was nice escaping the cold, but now just this week it got really cold again here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the wintertime, I just don't like cold. But then in the summertime, when you're in the 90s, you could use a little refresher, And
yeah.
Cold isn't all that bad.
Oh man, you guys are falling.
You can dress for it. But the cameras don't like it, and the batteries go quick. So
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like, my house is tricky to heat, and I've kind of been thinking about that. I've tried keeping the heater in here going on just so that like my computer doesn't get cold and warm and expand and contract and like get messed up like that. And I've gotten better. It's not always happening, but just this morning I actually took my camera out with me. I went out climbing pretty early, and I thought about that, which before, I don't know, I used to film snowboarding and stuff a lot, and like I didn't think too much about it, but just now I was like, oh man, the camera.
Yeah, we had one time in the summer when it was super humid where a camera shut off because of high humidity.
Did you realize that it shut off?
Oh yeah, he used to he went into the girl, like the bridesmaids were getting ready, and he found a hair dryer.
Yeah, I'm in Grand Rapids, and we're like 45 miles away from the studio. And the wedding's going to start in about 30 minutes. And I'm inside in an air-conditioned room, and all of a sudden I walk outside to shoot a little bit with the groomsmen. The high humidity, all of a sudden lights are blinking red. Warning, warning, warning. And the other side's air, going, oh, what do I do, and now it's 15 minutes time for the wedding to start, and I'm going, gosh, it doesn't work. I can't ask the minister to wait, So I quick ran in the room with the bridesmaids, and I thought, wow, let's get a hairdryer. And lucky they had one, and only took about 30 seconds, and the warning lights came off, and I'm back into it, and
so nice.
It was good.
Awesome.
Yeah. God is good.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
I had the first wedding that I filmed. I don't usually film, I usually just edit. Okay. But the first one that I filmed, my now friend, at the time we like barely knew each other, he just gave me 2 Sonys and had me go off and film, and he didn't tell me that the camera shuts off after like 30, 45 minutes.
Right.
And I got it all, but when I went back to the camera, I was like, I swear I hit record.
Well, we've all been there. I that's a thing for me. Cailey's filming with me, and I'll kind of lean over to her and I say, Cailey, why aren't you in the record mode? Instant panic, and she was recording. I was just pranking her a little bit there, and I've been a cameraman for about 48 years, so
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when you started, what was editing like?
Oh, there was no editing. We had a tabletop top loader VHS, and you're looking at a 2-head, and the cameras, every time you hit pause and then you'd start back up, all of a sudden, big glitch. And analog time period is, in 1977 when I had my first piece of equipment, it was a Toshiba Beta, a Toshiba camera, which the motor to the power zoom in autofocus was right next to the microphone. So I'm filming a wedding in the balcony, and I zoom in, and the autofocus going. We didn't have wireless mics back then, and
yeah, clearly, yeah.
Oh well. So some of the weddings that I had, I didn't really want to. Oh yeah.
Oh wow! Look at that thing.
The DV cam. This was the camera from 1995. I think I could have got one in 94. It just came out. But 1995 is when I purchased it. And this thing's about 18 pounds. And I knew I had to go out and buy another tripod just to hold this bugger. And so I got a big Sackler tripod. And
we still use that today.
Yeah, I put carbon fiber legs on. I've changed a couple things. A smaller head because I had to have a big head for this camera.
Yeah.
And but wow, the DV cam format was, I can go back and look at some of the weddings that I shot back in the middle of the 1990s with that camera. The quality. Ooh. You're filming a theater production. I could pull all the way back, even with the theater lighting. I still had skin color. All my competitors would have washed out faces. I'm going,
oh wow.
Woo. So whenever someone would underbid me, I would be charging $20 a tape, and my competitor would say, well, I'll do it for $10. The director says, Dave, can you match their price? No. And excuse me. So I'd lose the job for the year, and then the director would call me back and say, Dave, we not only didn't get the tapes before Christmas, we didn't get the tapes until March. And I'm calling you back personally because I would like to hire you back, and we won't make that mistake again, So it was all good.
I feel like that's exactly what's happening now with AI and a lot of things in the industry. I feel like things just loop like that, and
drones.
there are things that, I don't know. I see people complain about certain things, and I'm like, it's nothing new. Like you just need to adapt with what's happening, and I don't know, hold your line and know what you can get better at, know what is trendy and isn't gonna last.
Right. It's important to stay on top of things. That's where I'm lucky Cailey's taken over my business for, the last 2-3 years. You've been doing everything. And, I still have clients that come back and they bring their VHS tape. And I shot a wedding in 1982 in Grand Haven. The church had the stained windows, the green, the blues, the purple stained windows. So my bride's skin color wasn't, it was Night of the Living Dead. Her dress was not white. It was a greenish purple tint. And so when they come back and give me their VHS tape, well, I go down into my master area where I've got all the masters. I'll bring that up and I'll put it in. And I'm going, I did this wedding? Oh, it looks terrible.
But now we can do color correction.
Color correction. It's amazing with Oh, okay. I shortened their video up a little bit. I added, so the bride's dress was white. She had skin color, and the groom actually called and said, "Mr. Loring, I don't know what you did, but gosh, our wedding video is excellent now." And I took some of the Kenny G music out, and I put a little more current wedding music in,
Oh, nice.
and I shortened it up somewhat. And so it's nice when you get good feedback like that.
So walk me through, how do you color grade, how do you take that older footage and color grade it now?
Well, we use VES for editing, and yep, there's different, well, white balance with the three things, and then there's a primary color correction, which I like to use, and you can just go in.
But how do you bring it into
you transfer the VHS onto a DVD into a digital format? That's copied into the computer. You put your footage down on the timeline and make all the corrections. You can, you can make the audio better. You can make so many improvements now with the old VHS tapes that we used to have, and it's nice. VES, I've been using VES, I believe, since 2002, and with all the upgrades and changes in software, it's amazing the color quality, that capabilities that we have with VES. It's a great program.
Cool.
They're from they're out of Grass Valley. The company that makes the VES.
Where's Grass Valley? Where is that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. When did you start, like, editing, like making cuts? Was it physical, making cuts in?
Back when I first started, I would hand them over the master VHS tape, and there was no editing back then.
You had a switcher.
But then in 1981, 82, in 1980, I purchased two Panasonic 1920 decks, which I could sync up rather easily. I would run two cameras during the actual wedding, and the camera that I'd have up in the balcony with a wide shot, that's what I called the safety shot. Took me a little bit to get that in sync with the master camera that I had down on the actual center aisle. It would take a little bit, but boy, I got good at it. A lot of times, boom, I'd have it on the first try, and it's in sync, and then I'm mixing back and forth. And
oh, wow.
As many weddings as I did every week, it got to the point where it was a step-by-step procedure. So I arrive at the church, I capture certain images of the outside of the church. Then my next shot is, usually I've got the groomsmen coming in, I'll get shots of the wedding party, and then the bridesmaids follow, and then the grandparents follow, and the photographer's starting to take his photos. And so I'm capturing all these different little things as their day goes on. And now the wedding starts. The wedding's over with. The trolley comes in. Capture quick little shots here, quick little shots there. So I've got everything on my master tape with a good flow. And, like I did 90 weddings in 1 year. In 1989, there was one time where I had a wedding in, 11 o'clock wedding in Montague, and then I'd have a 2 o'clock wedding back here in Muskegon at the big St. Francis de Sales Church, and then I'd travel to Zeeland for a 6 o'clock wedding, and I was contracted to do their reception. Try 3 weddings in one day, looking at the 1-inch black and white viewfinder. And you're charging your batteries up as fast as you can. We
got it a lot easier now.
Yeah.
He had to film everything consecutively. You couldn't move things around on the timeline.
Exactly.
SD cards.
So you just...
all there was I'd have 2 to 3 VHS decks. And I had the Panasonic 1960, which when they finally came out with the Super VHS, I think that was like 1990, no, 80. I think that was still in the 80s. 1988, they came out with the Super VHS decks, and they had flying erase heads finally, and so I didn't have all those glitches every time I paused. And you know, it's the portable decks that I had. I started off Toshiba, not the right way to go, beta format, and so I got out of that format, went with RCA. Went with RCA for maybe 2 years, and then I went with Panasonic, and I stayed with Panasonic all the way to 1992. Then they came out with the High 8. So I went with Sony with the High 8 version.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1995 came that big monster DV Cam format, which was the best format that I think that was my name to fame, because the theater companies loved me. I had skin color. I could please the directors with pulling back on the stage when they had the dancing, the choreography. I would always follow instructions. I'd always make sure that I knew exactly what the head director wanted, how they wanted this filmed, and so I knew all these little questions to ask up front before the events would start.
And you're a likable guy. You're easy to talk to. He's made a name for himself in this community. We have a lot of repeat customers.
Muskegon Civic Theater at the big Muskegon Frohenthal Center. I started filming for them in 1982, but they didn't actually know I was filming for them because I hid my portable deck under the seat in the where I was filming from. I didn't have anybody sitting in front of me, and I sat there towards the front, and I filmed Streetcar Named Desire. Muskegon Civic Theater heard that somebody had videotaped it. They're all, find out who that is. They're not allowed to do that. We've got copyrights, you know, and they found out who I was, and I got a call from the head director of Muskegon Civic Theater, and he stopped over to my studio. I was working out of my house, and when he was watching it, he says, well, I'm going to have to call our attorney. I thought, oh, am I going to lose my house? You know, and I heard him make a comment about archival video. And he looked at me and he said, Mr. Loring, would you be willing to do an archival video for us? And I said, yes. And so since 1982, I've filmed every Muskegon Civic Theater production. And I've missed a couple, but Cailey was there to do the filming. And now she's doing it full time. She's not only Muskegon Civic Theater, she's doing Grand Haven Central Parks Players. She's doing all the Muskegon Civic Theater kids camps.
And Muskegon has like 6 school districts in it, I think. So we work a lot for schools. Also, their fine arts departments doing archival copies.
Yeah. So it's just blossomed, and you know it's amazing. I've been doing it for years, but when I have one of the head directors now come up to me and say, Dave, I just wanted to ask the quick question. Cailey's going to be here, right? They love her, you know. Yes, it's I love to hear things like that. You know, I'm a proud dad that Cailey's taken over, and
yeah, you should be proud of both of you guys. I feel like.
Well, when my last story, and I'll let Cailey talk for a little bit. Shelley Taylor is she worked with Paris Studios, the head photographer of doing weddings in the Muskegon, Grand Rapids, all throughout the area. Holland, Lansing, Orville was the best. Shelley Taylor was the one that would go up and put people in the pose positions, and she knew which one was next, and she'd have those people in line. So, boom, one right after another. The photos, everybody liked working with Paris Studios. They were quick, so when the trolley arrived, everybody could get on the trolley. And there's some photographers that would take so long. The trolley arrives. Oh no, we're not done with our pictures. They'd have to miss 30 minutes of having fun on the trolley because the photographer would be running behind. But Shelley Taylor, I think I filmed both of her sons' weddings, and I also filmed her daughter's wedding. And now Jamie, her daughter was getting married. So she called and said, Dave, my daughter's getting married and she wants you. She said, Mom, the VHS tape that you made us watch of your wedding, can you see if he can do our wedding? And so the date was open, so we're able to do it. Kaylee finds out I did Mom and Dad's wedding. So she goes down in the archives and brings up my master tape, copies it into the computer. So they received their DVDs of the 2-hour wedding and reception, but she makes them, it was either a 6 or 7 minute highlight video of their whole day, and which was an amazing part for me. The kids wanted to get married at the same church Mom and Dad did.
Oh, wow.
They also called Father Stasker to see if he would come back to St. Francis to do the wedding ceremony. So everything fell into place. Kaylee does a split screen. Here's Mom and Dad saying their vows with young Father Stasker, and here's the kids with old Father Stasker saying their vows. So that's what touched my heart. Here, I've done a lot of weddings with Father Stasker, and matter of fact, he, in the early 1980s, he referred my services to do the wedding videos there at the church. And you don't get many pastors or ministers at the churches referring the videographer. Normally it's, you're only allowed to be in the back and I don't want any movement, you know. And so there's been a lot of rules and guidelines that we've had to abide by at all the different churches that have their own separate rules. And but I would always go up to the minister and say, you know, I know my job's not to be seen or heard. And they're always shaking their hand. I like you.
Yeah.
So when it got to the point where I would always give the church a VHS copy of the wedding. And finally, the one minister that had really strict rules and guidelines, he watched it after a windstorm went through Spring Lake and knocked their cable out. Well, he took the VHS tape and put it in and had something to watch on TV. And he said, I liked the instrumental music that you put to the outside of our church. And I liked how everything flowed. But I just want to tell you that I'm going to let you use multiple cameras in my church from now on. And he looked at me and he says, I sing pretty good, don't I? So I've had a lot of fun with working with all the different churches, but working with all the different schools, working with the dance instructors, working with so many different areas that kind of helped pay for new equipment.
What's your favorite type of event?
Sports. I love filming sports. I filmed all the Muskegon Big Reds football games, and what the school liked was that I had the games televised on the local Muskegon Community College Access TV channel, so the community could watch their games. And Muskegon is a kind of a powerhouse in the Muskegon area here, so when you have a winning season, you know, everybody's, oh man, we watched the video, it's great. I would put slow motion replays in, and the referees didn't like me very much because they would throw a flag and I'd show a slow motion replay, and oh, shame on you, ref.
Yeah.
You know, so there's, you know, we'd get shots of the crowd, and I would take some of the shots from 2001 season and put that crowd shot in maybe a 2023 game on TV. And oh, geez, the feedback that I would get. Yeah, I just have a lot of fun with the editing, because there's nothing we can't do nowadays. So and I would never throw away a master tape. So I can go back and get footage from the 1990s of crowd shots and put that, you know, shot in games for B-roll. You know,
Uh-huh.
there might be a time that someone kicked your tripod leg and your camera goes like that, and by the time you bring it back, you know, maybe a second or two's on there. Well, boom, I've got some footage that I can put in over, and just makes everything good. But this is the part that I love. My last story, filming the Miss Michigan pageant in the big Frohenthal house. I put myself in the back. Why? Because I can shoot straight on, and my cropping is nice and level with the stage. So when they have a dancer dancing back and forth, a gymnastics dancer going back and forth, ooh, I should make the master. You know, Cailey's going to see that footage in her editing, and she's going to use my footage for the master. Well, she's plugged into the sound system off to the left, and she's shooting on an angle, but her camera work and her cropping looks great. And she looks at, and I look at her and say, well, aren't you going to mix to my camera? And she says, Dad, your image is a little soft. So competitive. We're so competitive with each other. And it's amazing
when we work well together because we kind of know what each other is getting.
Yeah.
So we don't even really need a headset. I know what he's getting. I know what he's getting.
Yeah, there's times that you've got a singer on the left side of the stage and another singer on the right side of the stage. One sings a couple verses and the other over here starts singing. Well, Cailey's got the side view, which is a nice close-up shot. So when she's done, boom, there's my same size shot. And we shoot so much alike, and it just makes your master tape look pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Your turn. Any other questions? Oh, can I do one more thing?
Go for it.
This is a first. You'll never see this again. I have to ask you. Oh, something happened.
It's okay. I'm getting a spam.
I'll just go like this.
Getting a spam call. Can you see what I'm holding?
Pretzels.
Yeah, there you go. Good guess.
Wait.
He's too young for this. So these are like the tabs that
on a VHS tape so that you record or not record over on a VHS tape.
Oh, mind blown. No, I do know what that is.
Over 50,000 VHS tabs. So you can kind of see for 48 years, out of the 48 years from 1977 to say 2000.
Yeah.
These are all master tapes.
he wants me to cremate him with these.
Yeah. So when I pass, Cailey has already been told I want those in my casket, or if I'm cremated, well, they're coming with me.
They wouldn't let you.
How many do you think you have there?
Over 50,000. We did a weight count probably 20 years ago, but I've been doing a lot of VHS transfers for clients onto a DVD format, and so I'm always popping tabs and putting them in my little selection. So, but
Are
I
you
have
still
over
cramming them in there?
Over 50,000.
Are you still cramming them in there, or do you have another jug started?
No.
Yeah, it's at the top. I don't know.
Yeah, it's completely full. What I do is I shake it so they settle.
Get it to go down a little.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do when you need another?
It's packed. Well, I don't think I'm going to need another, Cailey, because it's kind of rare where people are bringing in their VHS tapes that somebody already removed the tab.
Yeah.
So, but it's amazing. People will bring over their tapes, and the tapes are broken. I've been doing VHS for so many years. I can unscrew, pop open the VHS shell, re-splice the tape, pop it back in, and we're good to go. But then when we make that into a digital format, people's never going to watch that VHS tape again. So,
I like to try to collect old commercials from like the 90s.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people,
80s.
they'll bring in like home movies, but then at the end will be recordings of Days of Our Lives or whatever, and
Oh,
interesting TV commercials from the 80s and 90s.
that's funny. You're giving me so many, I'm flashing back so many memories.
Yeah.
Um,
Isn't that something?
Yeah, even those tabs, yeah, no, I know,
Yeah.
I know what they are. One of that reminds me, like, I'm gonna go on my own tangent real quick. I had a roommate one time not too long ago that he got a record player, and we got it like yard sales. We'd get different records. We had Thriller. We had Thriller on vinyl.
Nice.
That was pretty cool. But we had one that was up on the wall that was painted. Somebody had painted it, and it was just like a piece of art on the wall. I think it came with the house. It wasn't anyone there. And one day we cleaned it off and put it on the record player, and it was cumbia, like the typical music around here, mixed up, like mashed up with Creedence Clearwater.
Oh, wow.
And that was like the best vinyl that we had in the house. It was the coolest combination.
You probably thought that it was Thriller, but it wasn't.
No, the one that we had one that was Thriller, but the one on the wall was cumbia mashed
Oh, okay.
up with, like, somebody had done what you were saying, like, but with the record, and they mashed up cumbia with like old school cumbia with Creedence Clearwater Revival. It was like just back and forth the whole record.
Wow.
You should try to record that and share it.
Yeah, I don't have it anymore. This was like 10 years ago.
Oh.
But I have, when I go home too, I have like CDs from when I was in high school. Like I have a few mixes that I made, and now I try making them in Spotify, and like the certain versions, they don't have them on Spotify anymore, and I can't do it anymore.
I had an old timer bring in a box, and it was like, I thought, oh, we have a reel to reel. But it wasn't tape. It was a wire, and it had sound to it. Yeah.
What?
And I couldn't do it. I didn't have a clue. And but I had my editor, sound editor, Ken Thies. He knew what that was, and he was actually able to hook it up and get the sound off that device, and gave it to the client, very happy, and left with a big smile on his face. So it was like, wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When did you switch from cassettes to digital editing? Was it 2002, 3 when you started with
I would say 2002.
We got our first digital. So like to card.
2008.
Yeah, we got Sony EX1.
Yeah, the Sony EX1s had the 8 gigabyte card. And
Wow.
$900 for an 8 gig card. $900. And I had to have more than one, and so they finally came out with a 16 gig card. And so I bought like 3 or 4 of them, but they were like maybe $700, and prices just kept coming down, and the prices would come down, and your cards would have more capabilities of you got those little bitty cards now for 256 gigs.
And like the loading in of your footage process was amazing because you didn't have to do it in real time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you feel the difference when, like, I'm sure it's easier once you get it on once you're working with the computer.
Right.
But were you like prouder of your work, like having made it with your hands as opposed to like just putting it into a computer and cutting up things? Did you feel that?
I think I used to do what nobody else would even try to do.
Like locally on a local level.
Oh, I was talking. I was talking
In the world.
I'm talking. I had 53 VHS decks.
Uh-huh.
All of them with one remote control that I could hit record, and I could make 53 copies at a time. Well, on my weddings, I would always give people the best quality tape that I could. So I would load in, I always gave 10 VHS copies so that the bride and groom could give one to mom and dad, to grandma and grandpa, to the best man and maid of honor, to the flower girl and ring bearer's parents. You know, they could pass VHS tapes out, and that's what gave me my word of mouth. My competitors used to say, just give them one tape and charge them for any extra copies. And I'd say, yeah, well, they're going to make the copies on a Tanzui tape in the EP mode. No, I'm not going to allow that to happen. Yeah. And so I was so step-by-step procedure with my weddings. I'd have my audio cassette with my Kenny G music ready to go. So once the wedding's over with, I'd have my switcher. I had a really good Sony switcher. So when I'd get 2 or 3 of the cameras matched up, I could switch to camera 1, switch back to camera 2. You've got a wedding at St. Mary's, a big altar, and you've got the wedding party that just walked up. Camera 1's got a close-up of the groom. The doors haven't opened where the music hasn't started for the bride to come yet. The bride walks past the window in the back. The groom sees her and he looks at the best man with the wireless mic. He says, I just saw her. She's beautiful. Tears start coming down. Camera 1, stay on the groom. Camera 2, get ready for the doors. The doors open. Dad comes out as proud as can be, a smile on his face with everyone. He gets halfway up the aisle. He sees the emotion coming from the groom. He gets to the top part of the altar area and looks up at the ceiling of the church and takes this deep breath. Stay on the father. Camera 2. Camera 3, stay wide, and you kind of mix back and forth, but you can capture that. The emotional parts during weddings when it happens. And that's where, wow. The groom saying his vows. You've got a groom that's an emotional groom. You hear the love in his voice. Wow. And Cailey, it's amazing. Cailey and I, we just got done doing. I filmed his wedding, his sister's wedding, and his other brother's wedding. And now, 3 years ago, Jamie, the daughter's wedding that we had done, her daughter wanted us, and I think I mentioned that to you, but then we did Ken's. We just finished doing Ken's daughter, Emma's wedding. And what Cailey put together, she made a short version. The minister was told of a story about when they first met. So the beginning of the wedding ceremony, he tells that story. Well, Cailey's putting in highlights of the bride and groom, and just, there wasn't a dry eye when they're watching their.
He doesn't want to do
tapes.
weddings anymore, but I think his heart's in it still.
Yeah,
It sounds like he does.
It's something when you get the mother calling on the telephone what you did for their kids' wedding. Mr. Loring, you've done so much for our family. We've loved what you've done, this and that. And, when you get that feedback from a telephone call from the mother, that's pretty cool. But I get to tell them, Jamie, it wasn't me. It was my daughter, so it's like proud pop. So,
All right, next question.
all the years of
Well,
filming,
do you get to hear that, Cailey?
Oh,
As well?
too much.
Or okay.
I just usually
Because I never. That's something that I never like. I have a few clients that'll send. Actually, I have a few that have told me they've never had phone calls until one of my videos. Like they had a couple call them as opposed to just sending them a text or something. And usually they'll forward me the text, but I'm such a far out. I don't ever come in contact with the with the couple.
Oh, I see them in Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you usually get that communication relayed through the videographer?
Yeah. When it comes.
Right.
But yeah, it's cool. And it's also cool sometimes hearing how surprised they are. It's like when I start out with a new client, who's never had a video editor before, and when I'm still usually pretty nervous sending something back to a new client because I don't know what they're expecting, what they want. And it's always cool when their mind is blown, when they're like, it's not what they were expecting. Or like I had one not too long ago that there were all kinds of like shots that he's like, I would never even have thought of putting that shot. I would have never pulled that shot. I would never even like thought that was a good shot, and it was like well placed.
Yeah.
And that's pretty
It's
cool.
like
That's
getting
pretty nice to hear.
a fresh mind in there.
You know, if you were
Yeah.
if you were in Muskegon, you know you'd be working with us because you know we always want to do multiple camera shoots. You would be an excellent camera operator as well because you're an editor. There's so many videographers that don't do their own editing, and they think all these long shots, you know, are important, you know, and
Yeah.
you know, boring. They give me to edit their wedding, and I just can't believe it. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, they're in business. So it's when they don't do their own editing, they're not good camera operators as well. So
Yeah, I'm just starting again. Actually, I just had to look up something from 2020, and I was looking through all my old photos more than video, even photos. Like I used to take more photos, and I was looking back, and I was like, I need to play with my camera more. And just yesterday, I actually took my camera out and was like, started using it just for me. And usually from editing,
yeah,
I feel really foreign behind the computer, behind the camera, with the settings, the white balance, and everything like that. But like, if there's one thing I've figured out editing a lot of footage, it's like, when in doubt, just put it in automatic and just like get the thing framed. And that's one thing that I think I've developed from editing, is being able to frame things and know when to just not do as much, not try to do too much. And yeah, it's definitely taught me, and I'm excited now to play with it. I think I've hit a wall a little bit editing, just being stuck here. And that's also why I ask if it felt different making things with your hands, because I also work with wood and I like carpentry, and I just yesterday actually I was outside all day working with wood, and I was like, this is so much more fulfilling than like always being behind the computer, which I love editing, but it's a different feeling, like just having things tangible.
That's where we still make these. We make DVDs and DVD boxes so that we can have something physical to give people.
Yeah, when they receive something like this, oh my gosh, this looks wonderful. And me, the editor, oh, you haven't watched it yet. What do you mean wonderful? You know?
And I think people are less likely to lose things too if you just have it like in the cloud or on a card. Like they always come back and be like, "Oh, I noticed that it was deleted off of your Google Drive. Where did it go?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm supposed to download it."
And the other piece is, you know, like for the Miss Michigan pageant, Cailey gives them beautiful looking boxes. You know, you've got the winner with the smile. You know, people receive this every year. They look forward to getting not just a digital download, but they want.
And then they collect them through the years.
Yeah, and they put them up on the wall. You know, this is like a painting.
Yeah. I have before I moved back to Argentina, I spent a summer just living in my car, climbing, dirt bagging. But I had printed out pictures that I had on the ceiling of the car, and some of them were just like screenshots of things that were on Instagram, but like important moments for me. And when I sold the car like 2 years ago, and I sold it to this kid. He was like 16, and I was actually really, really stoked for him to like have this truck that he's gonna like go, I don't know, adventure in. But he called me, he messaged me, and he said, I found these pictures in the glove compartment. Do you want me to send them to you? And like part of me was like, I can just make another screenshot and like print them. And I'm like, wait, no, those are the pictures that were on the ceiling in the car from that time. And yeah, I got them back. And actually one of the ones I really like is on my fridge right now. And But yeah, I don't know. Tangible things are important.
Mm-hmm.
One of the can you see that at all? Oops.
He's not on the camera. He's on the phone.
I'm on there. Is that a?
Oh, on the phone. That's a
Is that a football game?
scholarship video for a high school football player.
Oh wow.
So the coach uses all my footage. He has me make a short version, a 5-minute version, so he can send it to Michigan State or to LSU or to whatever school that young man would like to get a scholarship video. And the only time the coach ever gave me a pat on the back was the 2023 season. They went undefeated, and they beat Warren De La Salle, coming back in the third and fourth quarter, scoring 27 unanswered points to win the game. And 15 kids that year, 2023, got full ride scholarships. Normally 4 or 5 kids. 15 full ride scholarships. Coach Fairfield came up to me and patted me on the back. And he's never done that before. These coaches in high school football, they're tough.
Yeah.
So, that's another thing that you get rewards from the man upstairs when some of the things you do are important to the youth and families. And yeah. So.
Your phone doesn't want to.
No, it keeps sliding.
Yeah. What are you guys excited for in the upcoming future? Do you have any kind of new projects that you're?
For Cailey to find another camera operator to take over my spot so I can be out completely. If she knows, that would hurt my feelings really bad. But it's got to be tough for Cailey to work with the old timer. Because I'm set in my ways, and a lot of times she doesn't agree with what I have to say. And she lets me know now, and I'm going, yes! She puts me in my place, and I love it. So.
But I think we're working with some more corporate jobs a little bit, trying to get into. We're working with a manufacturing company right now, and hopefully we can get more jobs with them. And I had my brother help me because he has a drone, and so he got some cool shots of their facility with his drone, and just trying to reach out to different people that have different skills and stuff to work with. And we work with our local government access station. I've been doing that since I was 14, and doing all their city commission meetings, and we just switched from having cameras to TTZs, and they all come in and just pretty much can control it with one controller. And the cameras have you can set them to be each commissioner and just have a number and it goes automatically.
What are PTZs?
They are robo cameras.
Oh. Huh.
Yep. Cailey and another director is in a room while the city commission meeting is going on, and she's in charge of the robo cam. So when someone's speaking at the podium, boom, she's got that shot of that individual speaking at the podium. And then the mayor might have something to say to her, and boom, cuts to the mayor. And so it's like editing.
It's cool. You just hit a number, and the camera will go super fast to that person. You can have up to 100 different camera positions.
Oh wow, cool! And
It's
so
like
it saves the position, and then you hit the button, and it goes to that position.
Yep, they're mounted on the wall, so they don't take up space.
And
Very cool.
It's like doing a live shoot, being an editor, doing a live shoot. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Have you ever heard of the Mona Shore Singing Christmas Tree?
That's a Michigan.
No.
Back when I used to film it, we'd have 325 kids, and they built a frame of a huge Christmas tree, and they would fit 325 kids in this tree, and they would have the greenery filled around. And oh, gee, I didn't know my dog was sitting underneath my chair.
No.
He's a big dog too.
Yeah.
All right, good boy. God, must have hit him right in the nose.
And the tree is filled with lights, and they control the lights to go with the music.
Yeah, it's just amazing, and I used to do that back in the 80s and 90s, and now Cailey's doing it at the big Muskegon Frohenthal. They have it set up there now. But after COVID, the numbers dropped, and I think they had like 175 kids during COVID.
But even that's a lot for a school, high school choir.
Well, in the 1980s, I'd have 325 kids. So when the parents are walking into the church where they had up on the altar the big frame of the tree, the parents would come up and tap me on the shoulder. My daughter's 8 rows up, the 10th girl in. Close up.
The coordinates.
Yeah. And I'm going, okay. You know. And yeah. So it's amazing from the late 1970s to the 80s, 90s, up till current, all the different transitions that took place.
Yeah.
Boy, the money that I spent back in 1994, 95, wow. For the big DV cam, that big camera, that was $22,000.
Wow.
For the 184 Sony 184 tape, it was a 3-hour tape. That was $56. You know, it's like, wow. And I've got thousands of those as masters. You know, it's like, wow. But God was good. I had so many accounts that would always call back. They would call back every year. I had, you know.
And they're still calling back.
Yeah. And they're asking for Cailey now, so it's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
I think that might be a good note to end it on. I gotta head out soon.
Okay.
It's been awesome talking to you guys. This
Yeah, you
was
too.
very different from what I was really excited to.
Next time we'll let you talk more.
No, better. Well, thank you guys so much.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you.
You guys have a good afternoon.
All righty.